Hello everyone, welcome to the video on Mathematics 8. Today, we're going to talk about rate. Before we start the lesson, there are some things that you need to know how to do. You need to know how to find the ratio of red balls to blue balls if there are 12 red balls and 16 blue balls. You also need to know how to write the answers in the lowest terms. Also, you need to know how to simplify a fraction. After this lesson, you should be able to calculate rates to compare quantities with different units and also to find the unit rates. Let's try the first example question. Find the rate of distance to time when Mr. E runs 10 kilometers in 75 minutes. And let's write the answer in the lowest terms. So, what is the meaning of the rate in the first place? Well, rate is basically the same thing as ratio. So let's write down what we know. We want to find the rate of distance to time, so that's going to be distance to time. And apparently, Mr. E runs 10 kilometers in 75 minutes, so I think we can say it's 10 kilometers to 75 minutes. Specifically for this purpose, we're going to choose to go with the fraction form instead of the ratio form. So let's switch it up. The distance over time is equal to 10 kilometers over 75 minutes. Do you think we can simplify this fraction? Perhaps instead of saying 10 kilometers in 75 minutes, we can say 2 kilometers and divided by 5, 75 by 5 would be 15 minutes. So apparently Mr. E runs 2 kilometers and 15 minutes. I think at this point, this is the lowest term. So that is our rate. Now, while the rate is basically similar to the ratio, the only difference is that the ratio is comparison of two values with the same unit, whereas the rate is a comparison of values with different units. So in this case, the unit on the numerator side is kilometers, and the unit of the denominator side is the minutes. Kilometers, minutes, different units. Therefore, this is called a rate. Specifically, the rate of distance to time has a special name called the speed. So in this case, the speed is 2 kilometers in 15 minutes. Let's annotate the process. We first write the ratio form and then convert it to the fraction form. And then we simplified the fraction. Let's try the second question. Find the unit rate if 5 packs of juice boxes cost $24. Well, let's do the same thing here. First, I'm going to find the rate. So it says 5 packs of juice box cost $24. At this point, I'm going to just say that instead of going with packs to dollars, to price, I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go with the price first. So I think we can say the price to juice box is equal to $24 to 5 packs. And also, let's switch it to the fraction form. So the price over juice box is equal to $24 over 5 packs. Now, you might think that this 24 over 5 is already at the most simplest form, so we can't reduce this further. However, this question specifically asks for the unit rate. What is the meaning of the unit rate? Unit rate is a special type of rate where the denominator, or the second quantity, is equal to 1. Right now, the second quantity, the denominator, is 5, so this is not a unit rate. What we want to do is we want to reduce this further so that we find the price per 1 pack. So in other words, the unit rate is always something over 1 unit. So I think I can achieve that by dividing by the 5 by 5, or in other words, we're going to divide 24 by 5. So I think we can calculate 24 divided by 5. It's going to be $4.80 per 1 pack. So in other words, the unit rate, if 5 packs of juice boxes cost $24, it means that it's $4.80 per 1 pack of juice box. Once again, reminder that unit rate always wants you to put per 1 for the second quantity. Let's annotate the process again. So we switch it into a fraction form. An important thing here, for the unit rate, denominator is equal to 1. And here I achieve that by doing the divided by 5 on the denominator and also divided by 5 on the numerator side. So in today's video, we learned 2 vocabularies. 1, the rate. The rate is a ratio that compares 2 quantities measured in different units. So in this case, for example, the distance to time was the rate that we found in the first example question, and the cost per quantity is the example from the second one. The unit rate is a special type of rate where the second quantity is exactly 1 unit. So per 1 kilometer, per 1 minute, per 1 pack, and so on. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.